At the start of the episode, we see Megumi, who sneaks inside by hiding in a guard's shadow, and then knocks that guard out. On the other side, Panda is playing with the tire in front of 2 guards. The second guard recognizes him and says, "This is our fighter, not some normal panda." Panda knocks both of them out as well, and starts heading upstairs using the emergency stairs, where no CCTV cameras are installed. Both of them then reach the rooftop, where Hakari's office is located. But just then, Karara appears in front of them, and seeing her, both of them are shocked, because they thought Karara would be with Hakari. After seeing Megumi, Karara thinks, this is the same boy who came with Yuji. Panda brought him inside, which means both he and Yuji are Jujutsu High students, and Hakari is in danger. To inform him, she immediately calls Hakari. Megumi now attacks Karara using his divine dog, but she throws the dog right back at him. After that, she starts running toward the office room. Panda chases after her and tries to explain that they are not her enemies, they only came to ask Hakari something. But Karara says that now she does not trust Panda at all, because he has betrayed them. Because of Karara's technique, Panda is not able to get close to her. Megumi's divine dog blocks Karara's path. But just then, Megumi himself also gets pulled toward his dog. Megumi cannot understand what Karara's curse technique actually is, and we see that some kind of a star is formed behind Panda. Megumi tells Karara that they are not on Jujutsu High side. He says, "You know what is happening in Tokyo, right? The barriers that have appeared there are part of the culling game, and they need Hakari's help." But Karara is not ready to listen. So Megumi asks what exactly happened between her and the higher-ups, that both of them were expelled from Jujutsu High. Panda explains that the Jujutsu higher-ups are conservative, and they do not like new types of curse techniques. Over time, Jujutsu has been mixing with new technology, and the higher-ups do not like this at all, like Hakari's technique. Karara says the higher-ups have always been narrow-minded, but to keep them under control, Gojo exists, right? So why do they need Hakari? Megumi replies that Gojo-sensei has been sealed, but Karara does not believe this at all. Megumi thinks that Karara is the closest to Hakari, and he has to convince her. Megumi now uses the rabbit escape technique, because of which a large number of rabbits appear. But Megumi notices that Acrux is written on all of them, and on the office gate, it says Gacrux. Megumi's rabbits completely fail. Karara thinks that with her cursed technique, she can mark Shikigami as well, and these rabbits, just like the dog, will stick to Megumi and crush him. But Megumi immediately makes all the rabbits disappear, and then asks Panda how his rabbit technique was. Panda replies that they were awesome, very cute rabbits, but not cuter than me. Megumi says that he meant which places they were not able to go to. Panda answers, Karara and the office room. We then see that Imai is written on Panda as well, and Megumi notices that Acrux is written on him too. Megumi immediately understands that Karara's technique is connected to star constellations. She must be using a constellation called the Southern Cross. Hearing this, Karara is shocked, and Megumi realizes that his guess was correct. Karara starts to panic, because if Megumi fully figures out how her technique works, he will be able to reach the office room. But she decides that she will stop them no matter what. Megumi thanks his sister Sumiki, because when they were kids, she was the one who told him about the Southern Cross. It is one of the smallest constellations, it has 4 stars, and it is shaped like a cross. Karara has assigned each of the 4 stars a different name. So, all 4 stars must stay away from each other. Megumi and Panda can get close to each other, and Karara can also get close to the office door. But Megumi and Panda cannot get close to Karara or the door. However, Karara herself could enter the office if she wanted to, but she is also standing outside, which means there might be one fixed route to enter. Panda suggests that maybe there is a 5th star between them, and they will have to reach that first. Only then will they be able to get close to Karara or the door. Karara gets scared that they might fully understand her technique, so she writes Imai on top of a car. That car immediately crashes into Panda. Panda picks up the car and throws it away, but the same car comes flying back and hits him in the face. Megumi starts thinking that in order to write a star on something, Karara must have to touch it first. But she never touched Megumi directly, she only touched his divine dog, which means she is not marking humans, she is directly marking cursed energy itself. And to mark things like cars and doors, some cursed energy must have already been placed inside them. Megumi starts looking around for other cursed energy objects, and he notices a parking spot with the name Mimosa written on it, which means this is the 5th star. So guys, Karara's technique is called Love Rendezvous, and it uses the Southern Cross constellation. She assigns 5 different stars to her targets. If she gives the same star to 2 things, they get pulled toward each other. Just like Megumi's Shikigami were sticking to him. Now, one star can only approach another star if it follows a fixed route, and that route is based on the distance of those stars from the ground, which means Megumi first needs to touch Mimosa. Only then will he be able to reach Karara and the office door. Megumi now hands one of his throws rabbits to Panda, and Panda throws that rabbit toward the parking spot, which means Megumi has now touched Mimosa. Kirara starts throwing cars at Megumi as well, but suddenly, from behind her, the divine dog appears and grabs her. Kirara realizes that Megumi never made his divine dog disappear. Instead, he hid it behind a wall. And the moment Kirara came between him and Megumi, he released the dog. The dog pulls Kirara along with it and drags her straight to Megumi. Kirara is now forced to deactivate her technique. Megumi ties Kirara's hand and says, "Now listen to us carefully." Kirara asks, "How did you know the dog would come this way? You could have been pulled toward it instead." Megumi replies that it was a guess, but now he understands it clearly. The one who has more cursed energy is the one everything gets pulled toward. Before, Megumi was pulled toward the dog, but this time, he increased his cursed energy and called the dog toward himself. Seeing Megumi's thinking process, Kirara is genuinely impressed by him. Megumi lets her go and says, "We don't have time. Please, just listen to us." Kirara finally agrees, but then Yuji suddenly comes crashing out of the office door. Hakari had thrown him outside. Hakari throws another punch at Yuji and is shocked to see that Yuji isn't even trying to dodge. He says, "Are you crazy or what?" Yuji thinks to himself that he has to make Hakari believe in him. That's why he won't step back, and he won't strike back either. Seeing this, Hakari becomes willing to listen, but on one condition: Yuji has to stay on his feet. Kirara shouts, "These people need your help. Listen to them first." Hakari punches Yuji again, but Yuji still manages to stand back up. Hakari asks, "Why do you need help from me specifically?" Yuji replies, "My seniors told me that you're strong." Hakari says, "So you want to put your life, and my life at risk too? Show me your fire, then I'll listen to you. How did Principal Yaga even recruit losers like you this year?" Yuji says, "I don't have any fire in me. I'm just a small gear, a cog, attached inside a machine that sorcerers use to kill curses." Hakari says, "You're boring," and lands a heavy punch that sends Yuji flying. Hakari says, "That hurt, didn't it?" Gojo-sensei said, "My cursed energy hits harder than most." He tells Panda and Megumi, "Take Yuji and get the hell out of here, and don't come back." But then Yuji suddenly stands behind him. Hakari can't believe his eyes. Yuji says, "I may be just a cog, but even a cog has an important role in running a machine. I'll keep standing in front of you until you accept us." Then Yuji asks Hakari, "So what's your role?" Hakari thinks to himself, "So this is the fire of a cog." He starts beating Yuji again, but Kirara stops him and says, "You're tired, aren't you?" Hakari stops and says, "Fine, I'm ready to deal with you guys." Kirara explains that even though Hakari hates the higher-ups, what gives him the most fire is helping people while staying at Jujutsu High. Just then, a Shikigami appears. It's Kogain, and it has come to announce something about the culling game. It says, a new rule has been added to the culling game. Rule number 9. Now, any player can view another player's full information, their name, points, how many rules they've added, and which colony barrier they're in. We see that this new rule was added by a player named Kashimo. He had killed so many curses that he had already reached 200 points, but everyone around him felt weak. The people from 400 years ago were much stronger, the ones he used to fight. Kashimo now wants to fight Sukuna directly. That's why he uses his 100 points to create this new rule, so all players can see each other's information. And the episode ends right here. So friends, I hope I explained the entire episode properly, especially Kirara's cursed technique. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comments. If you liked the video, please like and share it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. I'll see you very soon with the next video. Thank you.